Okay, there we go. And there's Miles. Hello, Miles. Pleasure having you here. Good, sir. Oh. Oh, no, you're good. I just started recording, so I'm gonna have to cut this though. But yes, this is the IB strategy. And Miles, what's it called? I'll show you like examples of when the IB isn't made yet. Um, when the IB isn't made yet, and like how you can still take it, if that makes sense. Um, let's see. Damn. Do we really just go past here? I mean, let's see. No, we get a retrace. This might just be a. This would have been the short right here. I'm not gonna lie. I had it, and then you joined, and then I kind of lost my track. But no. This was like ideal though. You see, we actually, yeah, we were working a lot. Okay, looking like just go next day. Okay, hold on. Where's next day? Hello? There we go. Okay, Monday, April. Let's see. All right. Okay, so we made the high first, guys, and then low second. That means there's a 65% chance that we're going to break the low of the IB, not the high, right? So from here on out, I place my VWAP here. You could get a very early entry here. Okay, we're starting to wick. I'm gonna try this. This isn't very early entry. You could place like 25 points, and then you would want it way more extended. Just leave it there for now. Place order. Okay, let's see. This is risky. Okay, wicking again. This would be another good entry. I'll go over to the 5-minute. Basically, this all comes down to statistics, right? We make the high first, we make the low second. I know statistically speaking, we're gonna go lower and not higher. And so if you take this trade every time, we touch the VWAP, we touch the fib levels. This is a valid trade. Now, obviously, I'm not sure this is going to play out. It's looking like it is. Okay, we're up 3K already. I'll move this like even further. No, that's what I'm doing. And then take half of it off. Go risk free at this point. This is how you want to play it. And IB hasn't even been set yet. I will. IB hasn't even been set yet, by the way, guys. So I'll show you guys how I'm going to target eventually. But for now, IB gets set. I'll mark it out for you guys. IB gets set here, 10:30, and that's eventually 9:30 to 10:30. Yeah, and so like this, IB is about to get set. Okay, IB just got set right here. Now that means we want to target the 0. We can target the 0.4. Let's see. So now, okay. Just so you guys understand again what the IB is, it is, I will write this out. It is not 9:30 to 10:30. Let me do this. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. So this is the like original IB, right? But like you guys can see, I took a trade up here. I only waited 20 minutes. You can The IB doesn't have to be 1 hour. You can trade the 30-minute IB. You can trade the 45-minute IB. They're all pretty much the same stats. It's just technically the longer you wait, the more likely you are, like the less risk um, you are putting on your position. So the earlier you enter, the more risky it is. However, you also have more reward for it, right? Look at this trade that I caught just from doing that. But the IB usually is 9:30 to 10:30. However, I can't edit this shit, but it can be 9:30 to, let's say, 10, or it can be 9:30 to 10:15, right? It doesn't really matter. And then we also want to add the VWAP on the first 9:30 candle. We add the VWAP. And you guys, everyone that uses Top Step or anything like that using TradingView, you just search up right here in the fib thing here. It's the anchored VWAP. You want to put that on the first candle. So VWAP on the first 9:30 candle. And then we want to wait for a retrace towards the VWAP and fib level. Okay, hold on. This is tweaking. Oh my god. Plus fib level. And then the last thing we look for is high. Okay. High slash low made first or second, right? So if, like I said in this example, the high was made first, low was made second, that means we're going to go shorts. If the high, or if the low is made first, then high is made second, right? That means you want to look for longs. This is basically the strategy. All obviously combine it with Bookmap as well. But this is, I will send a picture here. This is the just the basics of it, right? And then you want to combine this with other statistics, with Bookmap, all of that. But anyway, as you guys can see, we're up 3K already, and this is with like, how much is this? This trade is up 300 points, almost 250. But yeah, how we want to target now? Where do we want to target? We want to target the 0.4 on the fib level. So we drew out our IB right now from the high to the low of the initial balance. We drew that out, and then I have on my fib the 0.4. There's about an 80% chance that this is going to get hit. So I'm going to put my TP right here. Actually, I'll take it right here. It's about a 70% chance, and I'll just trail above, and then we're just patient. Patience. Did it get hit? Not yet. Bam. Statistically speaking, okay, and we're at a fucking 20K realized PNL now. Statistically speaking, that trade is gonna hit because we have an 80% chance of that hitting. It is literally just numbers. It's so easy. Like, it's so easy. It's stupid. Anyway, same process again, guys. You see the picture that I sent. I sent the picture in the call chat if you guys want to see the process of what I look at. It is that simple. It really is not that hard, right? Okay, let's see what happens. Low gets made first, high gets made second. Guys, what does this mean? Low first, high second. Statistically speaking, we want to look for longs, right? Let's see what happens. So, first of all, place the VWAP. Okay. Second of all, do we want to look for longs or shorts? Longs. Yes. So, let's see if we get a retrace here. Okay, we're wicking. This could have been an entry just because we wicked once, twice, 3 times. I would want a deeper retrace though, which we're not getting right now anyway. Yeah, what's up? Yep. Wait, hold on here. Wait, I'm getting a phone call as well. Hold on. Just give me one sec. Hold on one sec. All right. Fucking. There we go. All right. Let's see. Okay. Left side of my screen. Here. Oh, you're saying here. Hold on. It's not this one. I don't remember. It's been a while since I did this. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So this is almost like a book map. Okay, well, guys, I didn't really know this. If you guys don't have bookmap and can't get bookmap, apparently you guys can use this. So, right, if this actually is how it works, then yeah, it's looking like you would have a low volume node right here. Um, go to settings on this one. 24, 100. Okay, I see. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Okay. Well, then you guys know this as well. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Let's just see here. I would want to go into the 5 minute now. Okay. So we're getting close. 10:30. Actually, we're way past this. We're probably gonna go up here. Yeah. Okay. Just go next day. All right. So again, I'll keep this on the screen actually for wherever we are. This is what we want to look for, guys. Every single day, if you trade the strategy, you use the IB 9:30 to 10:30 or whatever. You can do 9:30 to 10. Um, then we wait. We place the VWAP on the 9:30 candle. We wait for a retrace into a fib level, and we keep in mind if the high or the low was made first, and then we use statistics. It is that simple, guys. However, let's keep going. See what happens. Okay, it is a Wednesday. So get the 9:30 candle. Bam. Place the VWAP. Okay, this is some scary price action, if I may say so myself. Um, it is. I mean, that's like pretty self-explanatory though. All right. But yeah, you're correct. All right. So guys, what happened here? We have the VWAP anchored to the 9:30 session start. We tap the VWAP once, start wicking, wick again. Now I want to see clear movement up like this. Okay, let's try this. We would long from here. Go to the 5-minute. Right here, long from here. Below. By the way, if you guys are noticing, I have very big stops. This is just because this was during Trump markets. This is not how you need to trade this usually. This is unusual big stop losses and take profits. So obviously we're winning more, but we're also losing more. So it's gonna be evened out. If anything, it's harder to trade this during these markets. So you guys are gonna see even more success in normal markets. Just take this trade. Let's see. Okay, we got wicked out by like 1 point, and it's probably gonna rip now. Question is if I want to take this. I will, because I do have a lot of conviction in this playing out. So I am gonna take it again. That is very unfortunate though. Very unfortunate. And we get wicked out again. Okay, I'll just stop. Let's see what happens. Okay, we had a double break. Okay, so this is just because of news. So like, okay, this happening right here, the chances of this happening are very low. So you guys can see we broke the high first, and then we broke the low. There's about a 10% chance of this happening, right? So that's why I don't like, even if you lose this trade, it's fine. You don't mind, because statistically speaking, if you take the same trade every single day, you're gonna win, right? It's that simple. So I don't mind that. It's whatever. It happens. The chances of it happening are very low, but obviously it happened now. So all right. Now we have a Thursday. Let's see what happens. Again, just use IB. Okay. So okay, we're just trending up. No real entries. This might be a bit harder if it's just a like full trend day. Might not get a retrace into an entry here. Okay, and we're already way too late into the day. I'll just yeah, you can take the 0.2 as well, or well I do, or you don't even need the fib levels if you know it's a trend day. What you can do is you can trade off of low volume nodes as well. That is something you guys, if we're just gonna trend up the entire day, okay, I don't know what's happening now, but if it's a trend day, you can trade, or you can enter off of low volume nodes. If it's just gonna keep going up with no real retrace, just enter off a low volume node. Not sure what is going on here, to be honest. Hello? Interesting. All right. Okay, so bam, there you go. Place the VWAP on the thing, and then now, okay, we made high first. Let's see, actually, okay, so technically, no, actually we haven't broken the low yet. All right, yeah, so low first, high then. Okay, so we want to be looking for longs here. So we made the low, then the high. Look how fair and valuable this gap is. Yes, I mean, yeah, shit, there you go. You're using the volume profile, and you found a low volume node, and it would have been a good entry off of it. Anyway, guys, again, like I said, low first, high second. What do we want to look for? Longs. Okay, what happens? We get a retrace, pretty deep retrace. Now scale into the 1 minute. See how we're reacting on any of these fib levels. Okay, we're at the 786. Let's see. Okay, we just broke. Okay, we just broke the low actually. Okay, this is looking like it's gonna be a no trade day. If anything, you would short from here. This would be a small stop loss usually. However, because it's Trump markets, it's not. But all right. And again, when I say break, okay, so I've said this a few times now, but 9:30 to 10:30, you draw out the low and the high, right? The low and the high. And then once either the high or in this case the low gets broken, you see we broke this. Once one of these gets broken, there's only about a 10 to 20% chance that the other side gets broken. So in this case, the low got broken. Then I know there's only about on a Thursday, let's look right now. I'll pull it up for you guys. On a Thursday, there's only about was this a Thursday? No, it's a Friday. Okay, there's a 20% chance that this high gets broken, right? So I like my odds here. So, okay, we go, plays in order. Let's see what happens. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. We have statistics on our side. Okay, we did get stopped out. Okay, it's fine. Next day. We're still up from that one trade we took. We're still up a lot. And we've had 2 losses in a row now. Okay. 9:30. Someone's calling me. Whatever. Did I place this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so low made, then high made. Okay, so we want to look for longs, right? Never mind, we just broke this low. Okay, now we're respecting this VWAP. And we are at the 0.5. Again, it's so simple, guys. What am I doing? I'm just drawing out the fib from the high to the low or the low to the high. Then I'm using the fib and I'm using the VWAP. We're respecting the VWAP. We're respecting the 0.5 level. This is what I would look for. I would look for a potential short here. Get this here. I would try this now. Just at the high. All the way down here. Another thing you guys are going to notice, I have about a 3 to 4 RR every trade. So you only need about a 25% win rate for this to work. However, I have about a like 50% to 60% win rate with this strategy. So depending on which markets, these markets I'm probably closer to like 50. Anyway, let's see if this works out. But it's so simple. I'll do more like in-depth videos on this. This was just supposed to be kind of quick, but okay, we got stopped out. This again looks like a decent entry though. I'll try it one more time. Hold on. And short. Oh, we're wicking. This maybe doesn't look so good after all. Again, like I said, if you guys want to try this, backtest this, go on a different like time period than fucking Trump's markets, because this is harder for sure. Yeah, this got stupidly close. Okay, I will. Yeah, sure. So we go break even now. Take 50% off. Then now I know, statistically speaking, I know for a fact this shit is getting hit. Like I already know it is. So again, there's like an 80. Again, we can look here on NQ. Let's look breakdown. 0.5 has about a 75% chance of getting hit. Guys, it's numbers, it's statistics. It's not harder than that. What I'm gonna do though is, okay, we already took some off here. Now we can just trail like heavy. And then I also move this because if we're gonna keep dumping, I want to be a part of this move. I don't want to close it at the 70 at the 0.5 if I don't have to. Okay, we just hit the 0.5. Now I'm gonna close even more of my position, secure some money. Now we just trail. See if we dump even more. Yes, we are. Okay, move it here. Okay, it's fine. Okay, we're back to like from those 3 trades that we took that lost. One trade that I just took made it all back. Okay, next day I will go. Yeah, go ahead. How do I do that? I don't use this website. Oh, you're saying this one. Mm-hmm. Yes, technically, but also, um, so the thing is, ES might not break, but it's still gonna be really close to it, right? So let's say you break the high, and then this stat is telling you there's an 88% chance, um, that the low doesn't get broken, right? But even though it doesn't get broken, it might be like very close to getting broken. But technically, yes, ES is better to trade, but it's not gonna be that much better. So I think it's kind of a both are fine, is what I'd say. But technically, yes, ES is I mean slightly better, but not that big of a difference, is what I would say. Okay, so guys, step by step process. I will actually just make like a